I thought my 20s would be full of fun experiences, travel, socialising with friends, and earning a lot of money. But did it live up to this, and what truths about our 20s have I learnt on the way? Hey friends, Mahin here. So it was my birthday last month and I turned 29. Since then I've been thinking back on my 20s a lot and thinking about whether there's anything that I would change, do more of, or do less. Apart from the immediate where the f did my 20s go, I realised that I've been through a few different stages in the past 9 years. My 20s have been a time where I've stepped out of the bubble of childhood, school and university to learn a lot about myself and also how the world works. So taking all of that into account, here's what I'd go back and tell my 20-year-old self if I could. For me, and a lot of others I've spoken to in their 20s, finding the balance between work and fun is the hardest balance to strike. We're told to have fun and enjoy our 20s whilst we're young, but then on the other hand, we're also told to work hard and set up the rest of our lives. This is then further conflicted by having more disposable income to spend on fun things and enjoyable experiences as we start earning, without any real responsibilities or commitments. But at the same time, we look around us at work and there's a feeling that everyone is competing to move up the ladder or get that next promotion. A lot of the time, so we can earn more to do more fun things or save money for a house. There's then the pressure of keeping up with friends to maintain relationships, whilst also having less free time because of work during the week and then weekend plans getting full very, very quickly. It quickly became clear to me, the further into my 20s that I went, that striking this balance between progressing my career and also having fun is a lot more difficult than I thought it'd be at the start of my 20s. And it's still an ongoing battle now. What I found naturally happened is that I used my early 20s predominantly for fun, with a little bit of career progression, but I don't feel like that was the priority at that stage. This is a time when I earned the least I've ever earned, but had more extravagant experiences, holidays and nights out. And the effects of this could be seen quite clearly with the lack of money in my bank account and the climbing number on my credit card. But do I regret this? Absolutely not. This was a great time, and one of my core values is having fun, as I believe that this, whilst also doing net good in the world, is what life is all about. So this period was from leaving university, travelling and living abroad, aged 21, up until the age of around 25. From 26 to now, at the age of 29, my priorities have shifted to career progression, personal development, and hopefully building a foundation for the rest of my life. To tell the honest truth, the COVID pandemic helped with this, as socialising and going on holidays was forced to stop, saving me money, and the lockdown left me with a lot of free time at home to work on developing and investing in myself. I've always been career focused, but I didn't have any significant progressions in my early 20s and I didn't do much work outside of my 9 to 5. However, for some reason, as soon as I hit 25, things started to change. At work, I had 3 promotions within 2 years, one of those making me the youngest advanced practice physiotherapist in the country at the time. I also completed a postgrad certificate in medication prescribing, did some private work with my own clients, and medico-legal work with insurance companies. And in the last 18 months, I started a blog and this YouTube channel. However, although my work rate significantly increased, my socialising and travelling did not slow down nearly as much. I can safely say that since the end of the last lockdown in England in 2021, I have struggled with time famine. This has led to me reflecting recently on what I would want for the next few years, and what I would like is more time for leisure and hobbies. Again, finding that delicate balance. This has meant reducing my work hours to allow more room for fun and freedom, two more of my main core values. Thankfully, because of my early career progression, I can afford to drop a day of work to focus more on my personal projects and my business, even if they aren't bringing in as much money at the moment. I don't think we ever stop growing or learning because different life stages require us to develop different strengths and different skills. But our 20s is where a lot of our personal growth happens. It's a time when you discover who the true you is deep down as you grow in confidence and self-assurance. It's also a time you make a lot of mistakes, and this is actually a good thing because with each mistake comes a lesson. Your 20s aren't meant to be perfect. In fact, what we view as failures in our 20s are just lessons from which we can use as a springboard to grow. Making imperfect choices also helps us figure out what we want and what we don't want from life. And from these mistakes, we develop resilience, confidence, and assurance in moving towards our true self. Moving towards our true self is when we start to think about what our desired identity may be or what purpose we might want to have in life. This is an ongoing process, and I definitely don't have all the answers now, but I'd like to think I know more about the person that I want to be and the value that I want to provide to the world now than I did at the beginning of my 20s. This then brings us to the ultimate question of what is the meaning of life? And I didn't actually intend for this video to get so philosophical, but we're here anyway, so let's discuss this quickly. For me, apart from obviously staying alive, life is about creating enjoyable experiences with those people closest to you, whilst also doing some net good in the world. By net good, I'm talking about our overall impact. Not everything we do will have a positive impact on the planet or life around us. However, I feel like we should offset that by providing some sort of service to other people, the planet, animals, or, whatever it might be. Ultimately, I want to leave this world a slightly better place than if I had not been here at all. And that is what I mean by net good. I've combined health and money for this one as the lesson is the same. Start investing now and your future self will thank you. There's really not much more to say on that. I've realised that friendships come and go, and that is absolutely okay. There's that quote that says, some people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I really struggled with this until my mid-20s when I was trying to keep in contact and meet up with my school friends, teammates, friends I made at uni and whilst travelling, my new work friends, and my housemates. It was just too much, but I felt a great sense of guilt if I didn't meet up or maintain relationships with all of them. Looking back now, I wish I'd realised earlier that you can't stay close to everyone as situations change and people themselves change over time as well. And that's not because of anyone's fault, that's just life, and again, that's okay. I've got much better now at separating those who may have come into my life for a season rather than a lifetime. And there's absolutely nothing wrong in not maintaining friendships that have only come into your life for a season, because that will be the majority of connections that we make in life. I mean, imagine getting to our 70s and trying to maintain all the relationships that we've made since childhood. Absolutely exhausting. The last truth in this video is about travel. Everyone will feel slightly different about travel because not everyone enjoys stepping out of their comfort zone into a new culture and a new way of life, and that's okay. Just to be clear, when I'm talking about traveling, I'm not talking about a holiday. Traveling is different. And like a holiday, travel involves really getting to know the culture of a place, the language, food, music, dance, sport, and most importantly, its people. Surprisingly, we can go on a week's holiday and actually not experience any of these things in the place that we're visiting. And that's also okay if the aim of the holiday is good weather and relaxation. I'm fortunate enough to have done a lot of traveling in my 20s, and at 29 years old, I've visited over 30 countries, which I'm pretty happy about. Some of these have been on short holiday breaks, but a lot I've spent more than 2 weeks in and really got into the culture of the place. For me, traveling provides the fertilizer to grow as it opens your mind to new ways of thinking and viewing the world. It also puts things into perspective and you realise you're only a very small organism in the vast and varied life there is out there. And for this reason, we shouldn't take things too seriously. So have some fun and do some net good. If you like this video, then you'll love this playlist that has my most popular videos on happiness and growth. It has videos on finding your purpose, the 6 keys to happiness, and mindset shifts to ensure that you continually grow. These are all things that I've learned in my 20s, so it follows on smoothly from this video. Otherwise, thanks for watching, have a lovely day, and I'll see you on the next video.